Hello friends, welcome back to Susie's Unique Designs. Today we're going to be making a Christmas bow. This recipe that I'm going to be using you can use for all the seasons, but because I'm decorating for Christmas right now, that's what I'm going to be using. And I'll go through each ribbon. First of all, we're going to be using this adorable gingerbread ribbon. This is a 4-inch. It is absolutely adorable. And I'm almost out of it. And I don't know if I can get any more. But I will put where I get my ribbon in the description. Okay, so we're going to use the 4-inch. And I'm thinking this pretty emerald green. It has the scalloped edges on it. That's very pretty. So my inspiration is this gingerbread ribbon, and so then that's what I do is I pick something when I'm making this design. What do I want to focus on? And I wanted to focus on this ribbon, so I decided to do some emerald green for this here, and then it has the little candy canes on it, so I'm going to do this. And then just to have a solid red. And then I'm going to bring the 1.5-inch ribbon up to bring the gingerbread back to the front. So cute. It's very similar to that. And then we'll top it off with a little bit of the polka dots. And this is 7/8-inch ribbon. And it just, I think everything will match good. I'm kind of a matchy-match person sometimes, so I hope that you like this tutorial. So let's get started. I'm going to be using the Easy Bow Maker today. Okay, so first we're going to start off, and we are going to start with our 4-inch. And I'm going to make my tails about 13 inches long. So I'm just going to pinch it right up here. And then I'm just going to twist and put it right down into the pegs. So with the Easy Bow Maker, sometimes these pegs come out, so my husband glued these in for me, but you still want to have them be able to move so you can add multiple ribbons if you want. Okay, so then I just pull the ribbon, and we're going to be making, I think we'll do 6-inch loops on this one here. So I just kind of put my hand in here like this, over to the 6, and pull it taut over to the center just a little bit, and then I just pinch teeny tiny in here like this, and then we're gonna twist. That's very important when you're making a bow. It makes all of the loops pop up more, so let's make sure we stay at the 6. Okay, so then we have the ugly side facing up. Okay, so then when we put our hand in here again, let's see, how much do we have left? Okay, we're good. So then we're going to go over to the 6 here. And then we're just going to pinch like this again, and we're going to put it right into the pegs. Okay? And then we're just going to trim that off. Want to have your sharp scissors handy. Very important when you are making a bow. I have a teeny tiny bit left. Might be able to make one more bow at a different time, I hope. Okay, I'm just going to set that aside. Next, we're going to do the emerald green. This is so pretty. So now I'm going to just go here, and we're going to go, just use this tail, and you can measure that way. teeny tiny pinches. And this one we're going to do just one on each side. Just pinch it and then twist. And we're going to go just a tiny bit smaller than the last loop. Okay, so this one we're going to make just a little bit bigger. You just have to watch. Sometimes your loops will get a little bit bigger. You just have to kind of watch that. Okay, so go here, just pinch it there. Okay. And then next we're going to be doing the red and white striped ribbon, the 2.5 inch. This is very pretty. So that's what we're going to do on each one of these. This one here though, I think we're going to do, let's see here, I think we're going to do 2 loops of this one on each side. So you can pull this up so you can see. So this is kind of about, it's so funny. It seems like it wants to be a 7-inch, 6.5 inch loop. So we're just going to adjust it a little bit here. Let's see here. I'll just go and use your hands just a little bit. Okay. Make sure this one's about 6.5 as well. That's funny. We need to make a big loop. And this is probably about 6, close to 6 inches. Yeah, almost, it's like probably 5 3/4, something like that. It just needs to be approximate. So we're gonna keep this the same as the green one. Just pinch like this. Make sure you're using wired ribbon, quality wired ribbon. Will really help your bows stand out, and your loops will hold their shape better when you have quality ribbon. Quality wired ribbon, I should say. So we're going to do 2 loops on each side with this one. So I'm just putting my hand in here. It's what I like to do. Kind of measuring with the green one. And then I'm just going to pinch and gather here. We're going to twist. This is kind of like a canvas ribbon. It's really nice. And I get my ribbons from Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, DecoExchange, Craft Outlet. Kind of get them all over. But I will put my affiliate link in the description if you guys would like to use that. It's kind of like a little tip for me, but it doesn't cost you guys anything extra. It's just a little thank you. And you can shop whatever you want to shop. Okay, so now we got this one. We pinched and twisted, and we'll do our second loop on this side. Okay. In this bowl, you can use it on a lantern. You could use it on a mailbox if you wanted. You could put just like this on a mailbox, or on a wreath. You could make a wreath and add this to one of your wreaths. You could put this on like your stairway. I made a gingerbread swag, and it is in my Etsy shop. Well, it will be in my Etsy shop today, but it I did a video on my channel, and so you can see how to make that. And then you have this bow, which is adorable, which will be adorable too. So you could have like something that's kind of matching your swag, and you could put it on your stairs, like your entryway outside. Okay. And then we'll do this one over here. And this gingerbread ribbon is so pretty. Okay. There we go. And we'll trim all of our tails and things like that at the end. Okay, so next we're going to do a solid red. And I'm going to go with the 1.5 inch red. And this one we'll just do one on each side for this one. And we want to have our tails long. We're going to curl them at the end. You don't have to, but it'll be something fun. So we're going to go just a little bit smaller than this red and white striped one. And we're going to do one loop on each side. Twist. And put it down into the center of the pegs. Whoops. Okay. Sometimes when you're adding lots of ribbon, I just use my hand to kind of push it down in there a little bit. Okay, so we have that one. And you can just fluff it at the end. Sometimes when I'm doing this, I'll just kind of fluff it a little bit as we go. It's just a habit, but you can do however you would like. Okay, so now we'll cut this one off. Next, we're going to use the 1.5 inch gingerbread ribbon again. Okay. And this one here, let's see here, this is a pretty directional ribbon. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to pinch it teeny tiny, I'm going to cut this off first. Get a clean little edge there. And then I'm going to pinch it just about 1/2 inch. See, my little gingers are going this way. So I'm going to go like this, put just a little bit in there so that we don't pull it out when we get done. I'll show you what I mean. So then I'm going to trim this off. This is just something that I like to do. And then we're going to go, and we'll go like this, and we'll go on the other side. And we're going to pinch and twist like this. We'll trim those off at the end. Okay. So we're going to do 2 of these loops, the same size as the red. Okay. Pinch and twist. Pinch and twist. Okay, one more on this side. And again, I just kind of use my hand to measure this, and then I can see where I pull it to the center, to the pegs there, kind of as a guide. And then just put that right in there, like that. Okay, then we're going to trim this off. So then our gingerbread is going the correct way. So that'll be nice. Okay, and then last, we're going to use the polka dot ribbon, and this is 7/8. And we're going to do one loop on each side and then a little center loop just to finish it off. So do one here. And this one we're going to do our loops only about maybe like 2 inches, 2 to 3 inches, because we just want it to be smaller, a lot smaller than these. So probably come down about 1 inch. We're going to pinch and twist. Pinch and then twist, and we're going to make one more little loop right here. And it's going to be just like a little button loop, so just like maybe even 1 inch or so. We're just going to pinch that, bring it through here, because this will hide our zip tie when we get that on. And it's okay that both of these are on the same side. It will work out just fine. Okay, so that's good. Let me just kind of make sure these are okay. Adjust these a little bit. Okay, so now I need to grab a zip tie here, and then I'm going to add a long pipe cleaner. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 regular pipe cleaners, and then I'm just going to twist them together just to make it a longer one, so that if you want to add it to your mailbox, or if you want to wherever you want to add it, so you have a little bit more room. Okay, and then I have, this is a 8-inch zip tie. Okay, and this is what I like to do. You can use a chenille stem on this, but when they get to be a bigger ribbon like this, it's kind of nice just to use a zip tie, but it's your preference, whatever you'd like to do. So I'm going underneath all of the layers, putting the buckle towards the back. I'm going to push this down. Better get our zip tie started here. Okay, just to get it started a little bit more. Okay, so now don't pull it off yet. You're going to put your hands under there and you're going to grab it and then slide it off of your bow maker. Then you have a stack, so then you're going to just roll this to the back like that. Make it a little bit tighter. Oops. Want to leave a little bit of room here so we can add our chenille stem or pipe cleaner. Okay, I'm going to make it just a little bit tighter, but we don't want to cinch it up all the way yet because we want to adjust our loops. So we're just going to make sure all of our tails are coming forward here. See, and then we'll just move the center one over like that, and then our zip tie will be covered. And then we're just going to move our loops around here. And we just want to use our fingers here. Let's make sure these are the same here. That's good. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness sakes. That is so pretty. That'll look so nice. Especially if you want to make the swag that I made, the gingerbread swag. Okay, so now we have it how we want it. Now we can, well, we're going to smash our bow kind of, but we're going to push this down and we're going to zip this tight. Okay? And then use your wire cutters, trim them right off, and leave just a tiny bit So I left a little bit. I'm going to do it just a tiny bit more. Okay, so you want to leave a little bit so that it doesn't just pop off. I used to do them flush, but sometimes if you do it like that, sometimes it can pop off. So if you leave just a tiny bit, that'll work out fine. Okay, so then I'm just gonna twist this just a couple times like that. Okay, and then we have our little hanger. So now what we're gonna do is refluff again. You just kind of move them how you want. You're kind of making kind of an X with your bow. This looks so pretty. I hope you guys like this. And you can use whatever you want to do. This is just something that I wanted to use and to show you a recipe how to do this. And you have your long tails. So then now what we're going to do is we're going to dovetail them. And what I mean by that is I'm just going to fold. Look at how pretty that is. Can you guys see that? Oh, that's so pretty. I'm going to turn it like this, and I'm just going to fold it in half, kind of like a taco. And then I'm just going to cut it at an angle, just like this. And then we have a pretty dovetail. Isn't that pretty? Okay. So we'll do that with each one of them. Okay. This one here. They can be kind of all different lengths, however you want them. Sometimes I'll put my bow onto my lantern or my mailbox or my wreath, and then I adjust it, you know, then you could cut your tails. Okay, so these ones, this one here, I'm just gonna trim it at an angle just a little bit, and I'm gonna curl it up, and I'll show you how I'm gonna do that. Let's keep trimming these up here. This one. Okay, so I will say, like, for me personally, I usually like to have both of these, you know, at least the same length. You don't have to, but sometimes just you want to look at the balance on your ribbon. If this was a little bit longer and this was shorter, that's not too bad, but you just have to kind of see on your project or see how you like it. So there's actually not any right or wrong way to do it. It's just all suggestions on what, however you feel that you like it. Okay, and I'm gonna go like this, cut this at an angle like this, and I think we got all of them except for these two. I'm gonna pull these down like this, cut them at an angle. And you want to use nice sharp scissors when you're doing this. Really works a lot better. Okay, and so then what I do is I take and I will curl them. And you just take your finger, or you can take like a, let's see, do I have you can take like a glue stick, or you can take like a dowel rod, or depends on how much of a curl you want to do. I usually just take my fingers and I just roll it right up. And then you can just pull it out gently like that. So that's why it's important to use good wired ribbon, and then your ribbon will stay and will look so pretty, just like you had it the first time. And I think I'm gonna curl these. These might be just a little bit long. I'm gonna cut this just a little bit more. And we'll just roll this up. And we'll roll this one up. I hope you guys liked this. And you will be, like, maybe you could like and subscribe so you'll be notified when I put more new content on my channel. I really appreciate you watching. And these ones, sometimes I'll just curl it a little bit. These, you know, I might curl just a little bit. Just depends on how much, you know, what you want. You'll kind of see what kind of look that you like. I'm going to trim this one up a little bit. And then I'll take a picture of this on a lantern. And then you can see what it looks like. I guess I can leave these long so you guys can see that. There. I hope that you guys like this. I think it turned out really pretty. I'll turn it like this so you guys can see. Isn't that pretty? And then we just have our hanger on the back here. And it's ready to be put onto a project. And to fluff your bow, if you ever get a bow and it's smashed, all you do is just use your fingers. You just put your fingers in here and that just fluffs it all out. You don't want a flat bow. You worked hard to make a bow. You definitely want to, you know, make it look pretty. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed this.